Toronto, 7 a.m. Rajesh steps out of his townhouse in Brampton into the -12-degree cold, a coffee in one hand, checking company emails in the other. The phone buzzes constantly. His boss in downtown Toronto texts, "Need the report before 9 a.m. His wife texts, "Remember Ethan's dentist appointment." The bank sends an alert, "Mortgage payment due tomorrow." As the Honda Pilot turns on, Rajesh already feels exhausted. 42 years old, 2 kids, a mortgage of nearly 900,000 Canadian dollars, just promoted to operations manager in Mississauga. Sounds impressive, right? But the reality? He is slowly dying under the pressure. At the office, the boss pushes KPIs. The staff disrespects him, thinking he got lucky with the promotion. At home, his wife complains he doesn't spend enough time with the family. His son is growing more distant. Rajesh starts snapping more often. An employee argues during a meeting. He slams the table. His son spills milk in the morning. He yells. His wife asks a simple question. He looks visibly annoyed. He thinks he is showing authority. No. He is just showing everyone that he has lost control. Listen up, men. After 35, the most intimidating person is not the one who shouts the loudest. It is the calmest man in the room. Today, I will share 5 incredibly smart responses to help you establish true authority without throwing a tantrum like a helpless child. Response number 3, especially, can save you from destroying both your career and your family over uncontrolled emotions. Outsiders often think, living in Canada must be great. Great? Where exactly? The mortgage, daycare, insurance, taxes, car payments, resp for the kids. A 40-year-old man in Canada usually wakes up with pressure before he even opens his eyes, especially immigrants. They came here with the dream of a better life, but then they realize, this life is a race with no finish line. Take Michael in Calgary, for example, 39 years old, recently promoted to project manager in construction. Every day he manages over 20 workers. On one side, the developers are pushing deadlines. On the other, the crew is complaining about being overworked. He goes home. His wife wants him to talk more. His daughter wants him to play. But his mind is constantly spinning with work. What happens then? He becomes grumpy, cold, quick-tempered. He is no longer the fun guy he was 10 years ago. This is happening to so many men out there. It's not that they are bad. It's not that they are irresponsible. They have just been exhausted for way too long. But listen closely. Being tired does not give you the right to hurt others. That is the biggest mistake middle-aged men make. They think, I am under pressure, so I have the right to be angry. No. Your kids do not understand what a mortgage is. Your wife does not understand the pressures of management, but they feel your negative energy every single day. An angry father can make his kids afraid to speak to him for years. A constantly irritated husband can make a marriage die in silence. I have seen so many men in Vancouver, Toronto, Edmonton, successful on the outside, empty on the inside. They make money, but lose their peace. They have the title, but lose connection with their family. The Stoic said it perfectly. A man who cannot control his emotions will become a slave to his circumstances, and the vast majority of men out there are living exactly like that. Number 1. I don't need to raise my voice to make my point. Imagine this scenario. A Monday morning meeting at an office in downtown Toronto. David, a young supervisor, publicly challenges you in front of the team. The room goes silent. A few years ago, you would have lost your temper immediately. But a mature man understands one thing. Whoever loses their cool first loses control. You look David straight in the eye and say, I don't need to raise my voice to make my point. The atmosphere changes instantly. Why? because a truly strong man doesn't need to act tough. Calmness itself is power. Number 2. The way you speak says more about you than about me. This is an incredibly powerful reflection tactic. For example, you are working at a warehouse in Mississauga. An employee is upset about a schedule change. He starts speaking disrespectfully in front of everyone. What is the biggest mistake you can make? An emotional reaction. When you get heated, you step right into the emotional trap they want you in. Instead, you calmly say, "The way you speak says more about you than about me." Does it hurt? Absolutely, because it forces the other person to look at themselves. A mature man doesn't win by throwing insults. He wins with class. Number 3. Let's continue this conversation when we can speak respectfully. This is the most important phrase in this video. Let's say you just finished work in Vancouver. Traffic on Highway 1 is deadlocked. You get home at 7 p.m., absolutely exhausted. Your wife starts complaining. You never spend time with the kids anymore. You feel attacked. If you react emotionally, the argument will drag on all night. The kids will hear it. The house will feel heavy. But if you calmly say, "Let's continue this conversation when we can speak respectfully," everything changes immediately. You are not avoiding the issue. You are setting a standard for communication. A strong man is not the one who wins an argument. He is the one who maintains his peace when everything else is chaotic. Number 4. I'd like to stop this conversation here. Listen, not every battle is worth fighting. Too many middle-aged men destroy their health just trying to get the last word. For example, you are in an online meeting with your team in Montreal. A colleague keeps making personal attacks. The entire meeting turns into a pointless ego clash. A weak man will try to argue until he wins. A mature man will simply say, "I'd like to stop this conversation here." That's it. No ego, no wasted energy. That is not weakness. That is control. Number 5. I respect your opinion, but I don't share it. This is a highly effective phrase for men constantly weighed down by expectations. Your family wants you to make more money. Your friends compare successes. Society forces men to always be tough. But at the end of the day, you have to live your own life. Let's say a friend in Ottawa laughs at you for refusing weekend overtime so you can spend time with your kids. You don't need to argue, just calmly say, "I respect your opinion, but I don't share it." A mature man doesn't live to please everyone. He lives by his own values. Listen to me. What makes a man truly respectable after 40 is not the car he drives. It is not his job title on LinkedIn. It is not his house in Toronto or Vancouver. It is his ability to stay calm when the pressure surrounds him. Your kids will not remember how much money you made, but they will remember how they felt when they were around you. Your wife will not remember every gift, but she will remember how you spoke to her when you were stressed. Don't become a man who is a success in society, but a failure inside his own home. The weak react, the strong control. That is the difference. Out of these 5 responses today, which one do you need the most right now? Comment down below. I want to know, are you most stressed about your work or your family? And if you are a man trying to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, subscribe to the channel right now, because here we don't nurture weakness, we forge the character of a mature man.